Welcome to Panels and Parables, where God and comics meet. Before we jump into the video, I want to say thank you for all the love and support that I have been getting, and I'm super excited to be making videos for you guys. So in episode 2, we're going to be talking about the Venom connection. The Venom connection. After Peter rejects the suit, it finds a new host in Eddie Brock, creating Venom, a being who embodies hatred, vengeance, and resentment towards Peter. When sin is expelled but not destroyed, it seeks new ground. Luke 11:24-26, Jesus speaks, and he says, when an impure spirit comes out of a person, it goes through arid places, seeking rest and does not find it. Then it says, I will return to the house I left. When it arrives, it finds the house swept clean and put in order. Then it goes and takes 7 other spirits more wicked than itself, and they go in and live there. And the final condition of that person is worse than the first. So what's very interesting is that often at times Christians get delivered from sin, drugs, anger, depression. And what happens is they get delivered, they get set free, and then they clean up their house, meaning their body. They clean it up, they start doing good things, they start being nicer, they start reading their word. And what happens is if you're not careful, the enemy can come back and bring 7 other unclean spirits that are way worse than when they left. And so the Bible is telling you to be mindful and to guard yourself. And that's very interesting. The black suit storyline is ultimately highlights Peter's humanity, his temptation, fall, and redemption. He returns to his red and blue costume, symbolizing his true identity, the hero guided by responsibility and morality, not by power and rage. When Eddie and the symbiote merge, their shared hatred for Spider-Man becomes their bond. This is a spiritual image of what happens when sin meets agreement, when a person not only struggles with temptation, but embraces it. Sin grows stronger when it's fed by agreement, anger, and identity. And that is so powerful when you sit back and really think about it. And what I mean really think about it, in today's day and age, we put so much on identity. We put so much on, this is what I identify as, you got to respect me as this because this is what my identity is in this moment. And it changes, it fleets. But what does the scripture say? James 1:14-15 says, each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desire and enticed. Then after this desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin, and sin, when it's full grown, gives birth to death. Eddie's internal desires, his pride, his wounded ego, conceive with the symbiote, giving birth to something deadly. Venom isn't just evil, it's Eddie's sin externalized, made flesh. So when you think about it, when the Bible continually repeats that sin leads to death, sin leads to death. The more you go down this dark spiral and the more you do wrong, the more it affects not only yourself, but it affects other people. When you sin and you get free, if you don't go back for the people that you partied with and you did all this drugs and you had sex with and you just leave them alone, you're leaving them to their own devices. And when people feel resentment towards you because maybe you left and you got your life together and you started going to church and now you have a family, you have a job, people can feel resented because they feel like you left them behind. And in that, stuff begins to stew, anger, resentment, vengeance, because they feel wronged. And when they do that, they make a pact with their sin. They make a pact and they come in agreement with their anger and they hold on to it. That's why when you come around people, then all of a sudden, when you're around these people, like, you automatically know they're trouble. You know that this person isn't right. You know that this person's going to start something because they're so attached to their sin, it starts to physically distort them. It starts to mentally distort them to the point where anything they do, you just want to stay back. You don't even want to do anything. And what I love, it says, going back to Proverbs 14:12, there's a way that appears to be right, but in the end, it leads to death. The thing about superheroes and comic books and how the Bible connects with it is that the villain always thinks that he's doing what is best for humanity in the world. When you take a look at the Avengers, when you take a look at Endgame, when you even take a look at Thanos snapped away half of the universe because he believed what he was doing was right. but it led to death in the end. And that's going to be another video for another day, so I don't want to jump into that. So this is future Steven jumping in to say that the video kind of got way too long, and I want to keep it under 5 minutes so that people can easily get digestible pieces. And it's very interesting because when I was recording this video, I just kept going, and the audio cut out the first time, and then it continued, and I ended up coming out with like a 10-minute video. So I'm gonna break this video up, and the next episode will be the Venom Connection Part 2, where we will dive a little bit more deeper into this. I've been really enjoying this, and I just want to again say thank you for all the love and support that I have been receiving and getting. And if you guys have been enjoying this and looking at these characters in a new light, you'll see that God can be incorporated into a lot of stuff throughout your day to day. And I wanted to leave you guys with this question. What have you been identifying as in your life? What have you been coming into agreement sin-wise in your life? Because when we look at Venom's connection, we see that it's sin that the minute you agree with it, you become it. So I just want to leave you guys with that quick thought. And again, I thank you guys for all the love and support. And this is Steven from Panels and Parables signing off.